that crooked? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Hi guys. So, what time is it? It's 9 on the dot. My hair is a hot mess. I have to delete this. Okay, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Daddy's getting music for me because we're rushing, and that wasn't a weedy. Okay, no one's joined yet, so. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Tina. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna start in a little bit, so give me a couple seconds. I'm trying to get comfortable here because I feel like, I don't know, I have technical difficulties all the time. Hi. So we'll give it like a minute or two, I think, and then I'll go ahead and start. So I have a topic in mind today. Wasn't really sure what to talk about, but then I'm like, I think I want to talk. I kept telling you guys last week that I had an announcement I wanted to make, so I definitely want to talk about that today. Hi, Tiffany. So I'll give it another, maybe a minute at the most. So hang in there, guys, and then I'll go ahead and start. I have my DJ over. She's moving because she doesn't want to be seen. So my friend Yadi was out of town and she just got back last night and I miss her so much. So I'm glad to have her back. So she's helping me out today. She hasn't been in one of my lives in a while, but I told her to be my DJ today. So she's helping me out with music. Alright guys, so it's like a minute after. Can you guys hear me okay, or should we lower the music down a little bit? Maybe a little bit? That's good. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because if not, it just kind of drags on forever. So if you guys know, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We've made it this far this week, so we're closer to the weekend than we were to Monday, which is great. I've had an interesting week to say the least. It's been busy. It's been nonstop, and I'm really tired from the weekend. I didn't get much sleep this weekend because I was doing a lot of fun things, which is great, right? So some of my friends were in town from Arizona, so I got to spend time with them. So it was really fun. Of course, Mother's Day was this weekend. I had a baby shower this past weekend. I had a friend's birthday this weekend. I mean, it was just all sorts of stuff going on. So I'm exhausted. I'm trying to recuperate from all of that. But anyways, so out of all those things, yesterday, I think I had mentioned this a while ago, like right at the beginning of the year. And I did a live on it, but I never posted it, and I kind of wanted to talk about that today because of what happened yesterday. So back in January, I had signed up to be I don't want to say just a volunteer. I signed up for a mentorship program, and I signed up with an organization called Catholic Charities, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. And I was actually referred to it by my sister-in-law, who was also part of the program before. So she kind of talked to me about it and what it entailed. And I've been trying to start a mentorship program at our church. Well, I started one, but then I didn't have much follow-up because I kind of just started and I really didn't do my research properly. So we got to the point where we paired up our older youth, our young adults, with like a junior. And that started off fine, and they got to connect, and they got to meet. But then there wasn't really much follow-up after that, and I didn't really know where to go with it. So then that's when I was like, oh man, I really need to get some additional training. I need to find out like what I need to do. So I thought, what better way to do that than to actually be a mentor, and to actually be in it, right? So in January, I signed up to be a mentor, and believe it or not, it like entails a lot of stuff. So I had to do several training sessions, like via internet and via person. And I also had to do I had to get like a background check done. I had to get my fingerprints done. I had to do like a lot of stuff. I had to even like turn in my car insurance. And I was like, man, this is it entails like a lot because you're obviously taking on a lot of responsibility. Hi, Ellie. So it was like, man, like it took like a couple months, believe it or not. So I signed up for the program back in January. And after, screenings, after like the interview process, after the application process, and getting all my background downs checked, finally yesterday I got the opportunity, about a week ago, I got a call from the coordinator saying that they had a mentee in mind for me. But then yesterday, I finally got to meet my mentee. And she is a 5th grader. She's 11 years old, and she lives in the next city from where I live, which is really close. It's only like it's like a 10-minute drive from where I live. But I got to meet her yesterday, and she was shy. It was the first time we met, so she was shy. But we are going out on Saturday for breakfast. So one of the things that you have to do as part of the program is you have to spend at least 2 hours a week with your mentee. And obviously the 2 hours entails you getting to know them, you talking to them, establishing a relationship with them. And you can take them out. You can, go to the park. You can go for a walk. You can go to like a baseball game. So that's why they require so much scrutiny when they're kind of like doing the background check, because they know that this person or this child is going to be with you out and about. So obviously you have to be responsible and all of that. But our first, I guess, date is on Saturday. We're going to go out for breakfast so we can kind of just chat and get to know each other. But I'm really excited. I was telling Yadi that I was really, really excited, but then yesterday I got like a little bit nervous. I don't know if it was just because she was kind of shy and we didn't really talk much. I ended up talking a lot more with her grandmother where she lives. So it was kind of like maybe a little bit awkward. So I'm hoping that on Saturday I can actually have more interactions with her and get to know her more. But I wanted to talk about the importance of having somebody to look up to, like a role model or a mentor. Because I feel like no matter the age, we all need it. Whether it's like a spiritual mentor, or whether it's a career mentor, or whether it's just like a financial person. I don't know. There's so many areas that you can get like a mentor in. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that it's really important. And the reason why I signed up to be one was not only so I could get the experience and apply all the different knowledge and bring it over to our church, but I wanted to be, and this is what I told the person that ended up interviewing me. They're like, well, why? That was one of the questions. They were like, well, why do you want to mentor someone? And my response to that was, well, I want to mentor someone because, first of all, I was the oldest of 4. I was the only girl. And I'm a first generation immigrant in this country. And when I came here, my poor parents, they were, I shouldn't say my poor parents, but my parents were so focused on just working and providing for us that, they weren't home much. And because I was the oldest, I didn't have an older sibling to look up to. And everything I did, I had to do on my own. And like most of the time I had to do on my own, I had to figure it out on my own. Because my parents they didn't know the language. They didn't know where to go in regard to like looking for a university or a college where I could go study, or having the financial support. When it came to jobs, like I had to go out and look for my own job, getting my own car, my own house, like all of those things, like I had to do on my own. I would have loved to have somebody that could have guided me through that process, that could have walked me through that process, but a lot of it I just had to kind of figure it out and just go along with it. So I realized that, I wanted to be that person for somebody else that didn't have that. So when they went and I interviewed and I told them that, and they were like, well, I think this would be a great experience for you. And then the girl that they partnered me up with, like obviously I can't give her name or anything like that, but she's 11 and she's struggling because her mom has a mental disorder, so she doesn't live with her mom, and her dad's not in the picture, never has been. So she's grown up with her grandma and her grandpa, and that's all she has. She doesn't have any other siblings or anything like that. So she's kind of on her own, and it just kind of really hit me when they started telling me about her history, and I was like, you know what, like I want to be there for her. I want to be able to help her in some kind of way, shape, or form, even if it's just going out and listening to her, even if it's just going out and talking. Like I just want to be able to be somebody that's giving her some kind of attention, motivation, encouragement, guidance, that anything I could possibly do, like I want to be able to do that for her. So that was what I did yesterday. Like I said, I'm a little bit more nervous now than excited, but I am still excited. And I'm thinking of like all these things I want to do with her. Like I said, I have to spend at least 2 hours with her a week. So it's going to be a lot of activities. It's the commitments for a year. So I have many more weeks to go, many more months to go. But I'm looking at it as it's definitely a new adventure for me, stepping out of my comfort zone. And hopefully everything that I learn, I can, like I said before, I can apply it to my church, and I can apply it to our youth. I can apply it to our juniors, because like I said, it's so important to have. yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I thought that was something exciting. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to share some pictures, share some like outings that we do. I did ask about that with the coordinator, and we do have the right to, we did sign consent forms where we can share pictures, and obviously I can't give like her full name or anything like that, where she lives and stuff like that, but I can share pictures with her. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to do that. If you guys want any more information, feel free to reach out to me. I know Ellie says we've been looking into this as well. Oh, that's awesome. I feel like a lot of the people, obviously my friends, obviously that go to church that are youth, like I'm sure would benefit or would love to have a program like this. And I really don't know of any churches, at least not here, that have that kind of a program. And like I said, I feel like we need it more than ever, mostly with this new generation of juniors that are coming up. I feel like they just need guidance and that support and motivation from obviously the older youth, because that's who they look up to. I know at our church we started our Friday nights last year, and they've been huge. And once a month, well, sometimes twice a month depending on the month, we'll have a combination of the juniors, the high schoolers, and the young adults. We'll have them all together on a Friday night, and we see that the juniors like that. They like to be able to spend time with the older youth and just kind of like talk to them and hang out with them. They feel cool. So I think benefiting or having that program established in a church where we can have they can have a buddy or they can have a mentor, we could have obviously a lot more, we can reap so many more benefits from that. So I'm looking into that. I do have information if you guys want to, if you want me to share that information with you, I can definitely do that. Send you guys links or send you a contact or someone. The organization that I'm going through, they do like on-site training. So there was a Saturday I went to a training like all day. And they just had different speakers. They talked about obviously you need to be very cautious and aware about like even stuff that's like abuse, that if we notice anything we have to report it. So they taught us about, physical abuse, sexual abuse, noticing all sorts of things, because we, the children that we're working with, they come from many different backgrounds. I know the girl that my sister-in-law had, her little girl, she was just going through like a really like, it was like a hard situation at home, and she would tell me sometimes, she's like, it would break my heart having to drop her back off at her home because I knew the conditions that she was going back to, and it wasn't pretty. And I think that's a little bit of something in me that's kind of like gets me sometimes a little bit worried, being in that situation where it's like, man, like, can I just keep you and not take you back home? Or I obviously I just ask for your prayers so I can have courage and I can know what to say, know how to deal with certain situations that I may encounter as the weeks come. But like I said, it's a new experience and I'm excited for it. Yeah, so that's what's been going on. I'm almost at my 15 minutes already. But that was my news that I wanted to share with you guys. That's one of the things that I've been working on and I'm looking forward to. And obviously there's other things that are coming in that are planned for the next couple of weeks, which I want to share with you guys. So next week we have Memorial Day coming up, and I'm going on a road trip with my family. Well, not all my family. I told my mom that for Mother's Day I was going to take her on a road trip to Niagara Falls because she's never been there. And for Father's Day, I'm taking my dad on an early Father's Day to Niagara Falls. My roommate just got here. Say hi, Cristian. It was her birthday this week, so happy birthday, Cristian.
Hola, fans.
So I definitely want to do like a little vlog on our road trip to Niagara Falls. So let me tell you guys this. I've been on a lot of road trips. I've been on a road trip to Miami. I've been to Canada before. I've been to Niagara Falls twice before, so this will be my third time. But we've road tripped it to so many places, but it's always been with like the youth. Ellie says happy birthday, Alicia. Sorry guys.
Thank you.
So I've road tripped it so many times with like our youth or friends, but I've never gone on a road trip anywhere with my parents. Well, kinda. Me and my parents have driven to Wisconsin Dells. But from where I live, it's like 2 hours and like 15 minutes, max 2.5 hours from where I live. And that's a road trip for them. Usually we have to stop at a rest stop. My mom makes tortas or burritos and we stop and we eat and then we continue. And that's like a 2.5 hour drive. Niagara Falls is an estimated 9-hour drive. So please pray for us. That we make it there safely, and that they can enjoy the ride and they're not just super exhausted. And it's also my first time staying in an Airbnb. I've never done that before, so I'm also a little nervous about that, but I'm excited because I know a lot of my friends have done it and they've loved it. So it's my first experience doing that. So a lot of first experiences coming up, guys. So I'll definitely be sharing that with you in the next couple of weeks. So that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and have a good one. Enjoy the weather. It's starting to really feel like spring and almost kind of like summer sometimes. So enjoy the time that you have off. Go take a walk, go to the park. I don't know, go outside and do something. But that's all I have. So enjoy the rest of the week and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.